Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to look at the Object 140, what to expect from it, how to understand this vehicle and be more effective in battle. Since this is my first review video on my channel, it also happens to be that the Object 140 is my first tier 10 tank that I went for, that I had researched, and unfortunately for me, little did I knew that I was going to be in one of the most difficult tier 10 in the game. And yes, as you can tell, I learned the lesson from the hard way. So hopefully in today's video you can use me, learn from my mistakes and do better than I did. And I want to make something clear first. I want to clarify on something. Getting the Object 140, it's not necessarily a mistake unless if you are a beginner to intermediate level. Yes, even for intermediate level players, you are still going to struggle in the Object 140, especially for beginners. You are not going to have an enjoyable experience. In fact, you are not going to have an experience in the first place. Take it like that. The Object 140 is anything but for beginners. The only qualification that a player has to qualify to get his hands on the Object 140 is that you need to have a certain knowledge in the game. You need to be quite experienced. In shortly, you need to know what you are doing, and in doing so, you could be quite dangerous and a menace to the enemy team. Do not underestimate the Object 140. It has one of the highest EPM in the game, amazing camouflage values, a fantastic gun. The gun will never disappoint you. It's fast, it's quite mobile. So what's the issue? What's the main issue that makes the Object 140 quite a difficult tank to go around with? Well, it comes down to two things, mainly two things. Firstly, it has no armor. Do not expect to bounce anything from the Object 140 unless under extreme angles you can. If you over angle its whole armor frontally, you can get some bouncing from here and there, but do not rely on that. Do not expect to bounce anything. Like I said, it doesn't have any armor. And secondly, the most important thing is the main issue, the main downside of the Object 140. It doesn't have any gun depression, only sits around 6 degree, which is not enough. It lacks the gun depression, which makes it entire gameplay quite frustrating and inflexible. The Object 140, it's not a flexible vehicle, even though with that high DPM and amazing gun. Like I said, those advantages. In some areas, if you know what I mean, the lack of gun depression strips away those advantages, and if that makes sense to you, because you are going to struggle to use those advantages. But like I said in the beginning, if you know what you are doing, if you're quite experienced, you could be dangerous and quite a menace to the enemy team. If you know what the Object 140 wants, if you understand it, if you use that mobility, if you use that accuracy of the gun, you could perform very well in it. You need to keep moving. I need to see your ass keep moving in this vehicle, because you cannot sit in one position and expect to work that position the entirety of the game. It doesn't work with the Object 140. And what, especially if you are facing other mediums, well capable hold down mediums, and that's the issue. Like, what you are going to do, for God's sake, if you are facing a hold down medium such as the STB1 or the M48 pattern, like, what you are going to do? You need to use that mobility. You need to keep moving. Now, Wargaming does classify the Object 140 as a medium tank, but for me, I see it as a light tank. In this way, I know that the Object 140 is a fragile tank, so I will be my style of gameplay is quite passive, not necessarily passive. I would say like more positionally, if you know what I mean. And in that way, my performance in it improved over the time. So hopefully in today's video I can show you how I'm going to show you a reply that I had not long ago. So no further ado, let's go straight into it. This is not a good map for the object, but let's see if I can manage that. Now, unfortunately, here I made a mistake early on in the game. I should have gone to a position that I usually go for, but that's the first mistake. I should waited here, got my shot in the A50M and pull back. But no, I pulled back again. I gave that chieftain enough time to shoot me, and it's not a good trade for me. I'm not going to do that mistake again. I usually go here in this spot here. This is a good spot for the object. I'm using that hill, that ridge line as an act of shield to cover my weak side armor. And this is a good spot for the object. Now here I want to clear off that Vickers light. Yes, it's still, I cannot hash him. And now here I want to get some shots, some crossfire shots before they pass over. And now here in my head, here again I messed up that hash shot. Well, when you see a booty American, you need to hash them, you know. Here in my head, I know that the grill is on the other side, so the building is covering me. And yes, there it is. He messed up that shot, and I was lucky. By the way, that's how you bounce shots from the object. You need to have some luck besides you, you know. I'm going to wait here, see what's going to happen. I'm not in a rush, you know. And it's over by now, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. I'm waiting if I can spot him. It's not going to work. Now I know that it's over. I have all the freedom I can. I want to push on that grill. I want to spot him, and I basically want to kill him. And I managed to spot him first. Yep. Let's see. Yep. Now here I'm waiting for him to make that mistake, to fall off. Yes, exactly. Oh boy, you have no idea what's going to happen. 66 kilometers per hour. I'm sending it. I'm coming for you. Come over here. Oh boy, he messed up again, by the way. Boom. Oh yeah. Oh man, that feels so great, you know. That's so satisfying. That's what happens when you camp. When you camp. Yep. Man, you know, it feels so great to bully the grill, you know what I mean? It's not the highest damage game, but I managed to pull off a victory, and I did the highest damage in my team. I'm going to do a second part video, a more in-depth video to the Object 140. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.